Fellas, I can't think of a better time than right now to be a Dragon Ball fan. What is up, guys? This is Mario here, and boy oh boy, we've got a lot to talk about. January 25th in Japan saw the Dragon Ball 40th Anniversary Genki Damatsuri event, and we saw a bunch of fun announcements to kick off the show. One of them being the return of Dragon Ball Super, and then after that we saw news of Sparking Zero getting some new DLC. So at long last. So because of that, this video is going to be a lot different than usual. Instead of a regular reaction video or text-to-speech kind of video, we're going to be talking about and analyzing the new DLC trailer for Dragon Ball Sparking Zero, and I'll share my thoughts about it. So that being said, I'm not going to take any more of your time. Let's get it going. DLC Showcase. Now trust me, I love Dragon Ball Sparking Zero. And I definitely do believe that there are a lot of things that could be added, could be changed to make the game better. And I think this DLC is definitely a step in the right direction. So let's see what we've got. Alright, so starting off with the video. They got all the characters. Base game, we've got the Daima DLC, Superhero DLC. I mean, just take a look at this. This game looks amazing. Goes higher and higher! Alright, starting off, we got new DLC. That's watch this. I love this. Oh my god! So right off the bat, we see that we have Goku and Vegeta's double team. I'm so curious to see how that's gonna work out. Unless there's probably gonna be like an ultimate for Super Saiyan Blue Goku under a new costume, because we've seen other characters. You have team up finishers. Let's see. I think Great Saiyaman has. Jace and Burter have. Whis has. So there's definitely a few characters that have like team up ultimates. So, new characters. This is what we came to see. So, right off the bat, Super Saiyan Bardock from the episode of Bardock 2011 special, I think it was. It does look like it's only going to be in the Z costume, because I don't see it in the Dragon Ball Super costume, but I love that we're getting... Dude, that animation is so cool. And look at it. Finally, we're getting more OG Dragon Ball representation. Demon King Piccolo. Definitely one of the characters that were in Budokai Tenkaichi 3, the last game in this series. And felt like was missing for like the first year or so. But it's great to have Demon King Piccolo in this game now. I shall rend you limb from limb. And look at this. Oh my god. Dude! Dude! Super 17! Oh my god, and he looks pretty damn good. Super 17, another major GT villain. I'm genuinely surprised that Super 17 was left out at first when Sparking Zero first came out. Because we had Baby and we had Omega Shenron, but Super 17 was never included until now. So, could say too little too late, but I'm just happy he's finally here. One thing I am absolutely curious about is how they're gonna do an interaction between him and Android 18. That's what I want to see. That'd be so cool. And look at this. Oh my god. Awesome stuff. New costumes and super attacks. So we do get the Gallic Kamehameha that Goku and Vegeta did in Dragon Ball Super Broly. And we do finally get Teen Gohan's Bojack costume. And watch this. Oh my god, he does... I already told you, that's enough! He does the fucking attack he did against Bojack in the movie, the Kamehameha and then the charge for... I love it. Because I think Bojack actually has this for his ultimate in the base game. So I love that we're finally getting it for Gohan here. You will love to see it, dude. And the animation looks spectacular. I mean, obviously there's no way these are like the voice lines that we will see in the when the DLC does come out, but new stages. Alright, so this goes by pretty fast. So we are getting new stages. We got Kame House. I'm surprised it genuinely, what took them so long? What took them so long to put Kame House in the game as a stage? Again, this was in Tenkaichi 3, I think, so... Oh my goodness. There was no way it could have taken this long to actually make it as a battle stage. We do get this new mode, which I guess is like kind of like free roam in a way. I'm not 100% sure what this is gonna look like when it does come out, because I think there's an update that's gonna be available soon if it's not already. So the only way to find out is like wait and see. I guess you like kind of like fly off to these locations on the map to like fight a certain character. I see Master Roshi, Cell, Vegeta. Okay, so this goes by pretty fast. So we do get a bunch of new characters that they just come by pretty fast. Now, this one I'm not 100% sure. I think this is actually the Devil, Spike the Devil Man, another OG Dragon Ball character. It's hard to tell, but I would love if it's the Devil Man, because we do get more OG Dragon Ball representation that was sorely missing compared to the previous Tenkaichi games. And then the next frame after this, Grandpa Gohan. Again, I love that we're getting these characters. Excuse me. In Sparking Zero now. But I do think this also proves that Sparking Zero kind of came out a little too early. Because I feel like a lot of these characters should have been in the game from the start, when you take into account that a lot of them were in Budokai Tenkaichi 3. So, I think that if they took like another year or two to like get them together, the game wouldn't be considered dead. But I do think now the game is finally starting to come to its full potential. I just think it came out a little too early, because a lot of people got their expectations way up, because Budokai Tenkaichi 3, arguably one of the best Dragon Ball video games ever, right? So I'm so curious to see how this is going to turn out and what this is going to do for Sparking Zero once the DLC does come out, right? And then Champa, the God of Destruction from Universe 6, will be a playable character, it looks like, finally joining Beerus. So, great to see. I think Champa was playable in Xenoverse 2, I believe. I could be sorely mistaken, but I'm glad that we're actually getting him as a playable character now. Even though I don't think he really did much in Dragon Ball Super, like fighting-wise, but I am glad to see that he's here. I'm so curious to see what they're going to do. I do wonder if this means we're also going to get Vados as a playable character, because Whis is also playable in Sparking Zero itself, so you gotta wonder if this means Vados will be on the way. But I don't see her in the trailer, so I kinda doubt it. And then Tao Pai Pai also coming to Sparking Zero. So again, lots of characters that I feel should have been in the game at first, but I'm just happy they're here, because I love Sparking Zero as it is now. But I definitely do think it's gonna get 100 times better with what's to come. So great to see Tao Pai Pai finally in the game. I wonder if we're gonna get his cyborg form as well, or unless it's gonna be like a costume. And we do get Zanya from BoJack Unbound. About damn time. I love that she's fighting Krillin here. I mean, it feels like most of the characters like fighting who they fought in the original here, except for like Devilman and Goku Black, obviously. But you love to see it. Zanya's finally here. I wonder who else remembers their interaction with Zangia's interaction with Android 18 from Tenkaichi 2.
You man's kind of cute. Skank.
If we don't get Android 18 calling Zangia a skankin' when this DLC comes out, I'm gonna be so disappointed. Let's be completely honest. And then, oh, Paikon! Paikon, another character that was in, the previous Dragon Ball games. So, he's been in a lot of them. I think he was in games like Raging Blast, Tenkaichi Tag Team, even like the mainline Tenkaichi games. So finally we're getting Paikon in the game. This is one character I'm absolutely surprised he didn't make it in at first, because he was like a big filler character and in the movies too. So genuinely a bit of a long wait. And of course, so that's gonna conclude the trailer itself. Let's see what's. Let's go into further
ドラゴンボ
detail.
ールスパーキングゼロでは現在新規の大型 DLC の開発を進行しています。本日内容の一部をご紹介できる段階になりましたので新形像を公開させていただきました。これまでの DLC ではプレイヤブルキャラクターを追加しておりましたが、
This is true.
よりドラゴンボ
We've
ール
seen
らしい
the superhero DLC and the first Daima DLC only really contain characters. And then when the second Daima DLC came out with Super Saiyan 4 Goku and Super Saiyan 3 Vegeta, we kind of only really got one new stage, and that was the first Demon Realm. I kind of trailed off for a second there, and it does look like we're unfortunately going to see more of the same here, because I only see one new map, and that's Kame House. But we'll have to wait and see.
提供できないかと考え、プレイヤブルキャラクターだけではなく、さまざまなコンテンツを含んだ大型 DLC の
and
開
includes
発
various
を
elements
進めることになり
beyond
ました。
just characters.
今回の
New
大型
playable characters,
DLC
also
では
costumes and
新規のプレイヤブルキャラクタ
stages. So
ー
they
以外にも
do say that new stages with an S. I mean, I don't know if that's like the translation going on or whatnot, but I do hope we get new stages, because I feel like there are a lot of stages that should have been in the game from the start. For example, Overworld Tournament, the Universe 6 Tournament, Champa's Ring, the Tournament of Destroyers, whatever you want to call that, Fortune Teller Baba's Palace, Penguin Village, you could argue. There are generally a lot of maps that were in Tenkaichi 3 and other previous games that should have been here, but in the game at the start, and I kind of weren't.
ユーザーの皆様から多くお声をいただいていたコスチューム
And
や
there's
ス
going to
テ
be a
ージ、
new single
また
player
シングルプレイ
mode.
でお楽しみい
So
た
that's
だけ
gonna be
る
fun.
新モードの追加を予定しております。より詳細な内容については今後順次公開いたしますので続報をお待ちください。続いてロードマップ
Okay,
の
now we're
紹
getting
介
the
です。
roadmap, so what to
まずは
expect.
先行して発売し
So
て
we
い
do
る
get a roadmap for
PlayStation
the
5、
PlayStation, Xbox, and PC versions, and the
Steam 版
Switch.
のロードマップをご覧ください。先行プラット
Okay, so here's what it's going to look like. So, coming very, very soon, we are going to get the new Mission 100 mode, which I think... I've played this once before, and I haven't really finished it in, like, Tenkaichi 3. So, I'm so curious to see how they're going to work this into Sparking Zero. And then in the spring, we're going to get the Survival mode. That's going to be fun. And then the DLC itself with all the characters and costumes, unfortunately, won't be available until the summer. So it is going to be a long wait. But I do hope the wait's going to be worth it, because it looks like we're getting a lot more content than we got in like the previous DLC packs. So hopefully they won't disappoint, and hopefully this means this is the start of big things for Sparking Zero. As for the Switch and Switch 2, they will get the superhero DLC at some point down the line, and then they will get the Daima DLC, and of course Shallot.
ホー
So
ム版では先ほどご紹介した大型
You really-
DLC の入った
you really do gotta feel bad for the Switch owners, because they get the DLC a lot later than we do.
配信は今年の夏頃を予定しております。また本作をこれからも楽しんでいただけるようなアップデートも予定しております。ミッション100というモードを追加する無料アップデートを実施いたします。これは前作ドラゴンボ
A
ール
simple
Z、
solo
ス
mode
パーキング
featuring
メテオ、
100 battles.
対戦相手やプレイヤー
conditions
側
for
の編
opponents
成
and
条
teams.
件が
So
指定された
that's gonna be very fun to
バトル
play.
をお楽しみいた
And
だ
that
け
was
る
in
シンプ
Dragon
ルな
Ball
ソ
Z
ロモー
Budokai
ドになってい
Tenkaichi
ます。
3.
前作で遊んだことある方にとっては見覚えのあるミッションも多数ありま
Many
すの
familiar
で
missions.
ぜひお楽しみください。
I'm definitely gonna look forward to this.
また同じく無料アップデートでサバイバルモードの追加を春に予定しておりますのでこちらもお待ちく
Alright,
ださい。
there's our survival mode in the spring.
次に任天堂スイッチ、任天堂スイッチ2版のロードマップのご紹介ですが、任天堂スイッチ、任天堂スイッチ2版ではシーズンパスに含まれている DLC
Alright, so the DLC in the season pass will start to roll out this coming winter for the Switch and Switch 2 owners.
を混沌から
It does look like, because I'm not exactly sure what this looks like, but it does look like the Daima DLCs are going to be separate from the superhero DLCs, which I'm kind of disappointed by. As someone who doesn't even play the game on Switch, but I mean, I guess I can kind of understand if they're trying to optimize it, especially for like the Switch 1, of course, because that's not exactly as powerful as the PS4, of course.
が順次配信予定です。大型 DLC やその他無料アップデートの配信につきましても、他のプラットフォームとは異なるスケジュールとなりますので、今しばらくお待ちいただけましたら幸いです。ドラゴンボールスパーキングゼロの発売から1年以上が経ちましたが、引き続き多くのプレイヤーの皆様に本作を
Trust me, I love the game. Lately, I've been developing a habit of playing the game a couple matches late at night, either in that or in Tenkaichi 3. So I feel like I should probably drop that habit.
見続けていただいており、大変感謝しております。皆様からの応援の声は運営チームの励みとなっております。少しでも皆様のご期待に添えるよう尽力してまいりますので、引き続きドラゴンボールスパーキングゼロをよろしくお願いいたします。
And that is going to do it. There is our look at the future of Dragon Ball Sparking Zero. Very excited to see what's next for this game. I'm anticipating the DLC, of course. I'm gonna love playing as some of these characters, especially, you know, that Goku and Vegeta team attack. That's gonna be so cool to see. So I don't know, like, I'm kind of torn because I love Sparking Zero, but it's gonna be a long, hard wait, knowing that what we're waiting for is come out in the summer. So we still got a few months, many months to go, actually. But I am looking forward to it. I hope you are as well. In the future, I'll probably talk about the new Dragon Ball Super anime content. Maybe I'll do a separate video on that. But for now, I'm excited to see what's next. If you haven't played Sparking Zero yet, now might be your chance. But for now, I'm going to end things right here. If you like this video, give it a thumbs up. Share it with your friend who isn't, if they're interested in Dragon Ball, of course. And with that being said, I'll see you guys next time.